Yo, this is stressful. I don't like pending orders. Nah, I don't like pending orders. I don't like pending orders. Hello friends, Candace B here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Thank you just for stopping by today to check out this video. I really appreciate it. And I know, guys. I wish I can say that I've been the most consistent person. I wish I can say that I've been posting 3 videos a week consistently. But no, that is not the reality of the situation. And I apologize, but bear with me, guys. Bear with me as I still try to figure out my schedule. It's a lot more difficult than I thought it would be to figure out how to fit in content creation now, which is, it's kind of sad because I love creating content, but where there is a will, there is a way. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds. But thank you so much for being patient in the meantime and just being really nice and positive and still leaving really nice comments. Like I really appreciate it. But yeah, today we are back with another backtesting video because pretty much at this point, I am still just backtesting. Not to say that I don't feel confident about trading, but again, just with my schedule and everything, it's really, really difficult. And I'm really not trying to just jump into this and make a fool of myself because I feel like I make a fool of myself very often. So I'm not trying to do that with trading. You know, I take it very seriously and I respect the craft of trading. So I really just don't want to faff around, if you will. So we're going to be backtesting on Forex Tester 5, which is a backtesting software that I often use and I really am enjoying. I'm definitely getting used to it. And yeah, I think it's really, really helpful. And I feel like we should chit chat as well. So let's do some backtesting. You know, really quick, make sure we're staying sharp and whatnot for the most part, make sure we're still practicing, and then we'll just talk about some things that's, you know, trading related, life related, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, beautiful people. So as you can see, we have GJ here up on my screen. Obviously, GJ is the currency pair that I trade the most, that I've devoted literally years of my life to. And yeah, so I'm just going to be practicing my strategy, seeing if we can get some things, you know, get some things smoothed out. And yeah, just practicing overall and preparing for obviously live market conditions. I feel like my camera is always, oops, so crooked. Ugh, my goodness. So yeah, we're starting with May 2022, May 4th to be exact. And we have the M5 and the H1 up here. And essentially I'm just looking to trade with the trend as usual, see if I can, you know, have some confirmations that would go in my favor, you know, making sure that I only risk 1% most per trade and go from there. And I think the main thing for me, which is different from, I guess, what I was doing in my last video, I want to make sure how do I word this? I want to make sure that I'm taking trades that have a good, like, risk reward. I don't want to be, of course, risking 1% is always the main thing, but I don't want to be gaining 0.5. Like, I want at least a 1-to-1, a 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's see what's happening. And I think May 4th, 2022 was like a Thursday or something. It was a Wednesday. So let's see here, based on my last backtesting video, essentially what I'm trying to do is just analyze the charts at night, kind of set myself up and then see if there's any setups during London session. So right now it's like literally midnight. So we're going to play this chart forward. I'm just going to slow it down. We'll wait till things kind of cascade. I want to see what happens because technically it would have been May 3rd that I would have had to set up my charts. And if we see here, May 3rd, around that 8 p.m.-ish mark, if I'm looking at the bottom here, this was 8 p.m. Price had just broken this low here. Price had just broken this low to the left and it pushed below, but it came kind of back up, kind of did a rough retap and then started creating lower high, lower low structure. But as you can see now, during pre-London on May 4th, price completely just broke above. a lot of volume. So let's see what happens there. I want to see. So we have a retest on the H5. Let's see the H1, what's happening there. Just gonna zoom in a little. H1's not looking as nice as the M5. Did I say H5 before? I feel like I said H5. If I did, my bad. The M5. So yeah, I just want to see what happens here. Let me actually, oh, what did I paste? Let me actually just fast forward on the M1 and see, or the H1 and see what happens. This would have been the 1 a.m. candle, yeah. So let's fast forward. I want to get to like 3 a.m. Okay, so this is like 3:15. Higher low, higher high structure. We see that happening, but not really liking this stuff, but we do see that there is this higher low, higher high structure. I wouldn't be awake at this point. I don't think I would have, you know, assumed that this would have happened, so I wouldn't really have any pending orders set in place. So yeah, I just want to see what's happening, how it plays out. This is, okay, 4 p.m., 5 p.m. Ooh, we're back down. Whoa, and then we're back up. Man, GJ, it's the bipolar. But GJ is so bipolar, honestly. It's being bipolar for real. So this is the 8 a.m. candle. So 8 a.m. came right back down to where price was, you know, before midnight. Very interesting to see that. Let me just delete this and delete this bad boy, because clearly this is the more important zone, which we definitely saw that on the H1 previously before this data even was populated. We see that there was this area of this demand zone, this support area, and you know, price may or may not be able to break it, but the fact that it came back to retest it just goes to show that history likes to repeat itself. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward all the way. I'll be back once it's 8 p.m. May 4th, or May 4th, 2022. All right, so as we see here, we're just approaching 8 p.m. on May 4th. So this is now really where we're gonna start seeing things, well, hopefully see things happen. Right now, as we see on the H1, huge candlestick to the upside. This must have been some sort of news event or something happening fundamentally, because that's really uncalled, like, you know, that's obviously not normal to see this, you know, huge spike to the upside, push down, and then instantly the next H1 is a push to the upside. This all happened during London session / New York session on May 4th. So now we're entering, well, now we're in Asian session, and assuming that, you know, price will want to correct itself at this point. So what I want to see is, I really want to see if this level is still strong enough to hold. So because obviously this was a fake out, this was a huge fake out. So let's see if price comes back down. If it does come back down, I would want to see some sort of tap into that zone, some sort of rejection. I don't want to see any candlesticks closing in the zone or below it. I want to see a nice clean rejection. It could tap it, you know, create a wick, but at that point, I just want to see if it sustains this level. So that's basically what I'm looking for. Okay, so we are now here at 10 p.m.-ish, which is really the time I would still be looking at the charts. Let's play it forward a little bit more. So we see that price got to this level. It is rejecting it currently. Although I already see it happening on the M5, I do want to wait till the H1 kind of shows that that information more concrete. Keeping in mind that we are essentially ranging. Like if I zoom out, we have been ranging since, you know, we've been consolidating since April 28th. So literally for, you know, a couple days. So it still looks like an uptrend in this time here, but we're kind of at this level. We haven't really broken this area back here in end of April to prove that, you know, price is indeed going up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Really, the key is just to be catching a couple of pips and then getting in and out. Let me see what, oh, and it just broke down and came back up. So I don't like this trade. I don't like that this 10 p.m. candle closed below and then we have just this impulse push to the upside. So we're gonna play this out, and I think I'm just gonna sit on my hands and wait till May the 5th. So let me fast forward and then we'll start from May 5th again. Wow. Okay, so this is May 5th now, just before 8 a.m. And look what happened, guys. Like, this is why it's important to wait. And just a reminder to myself, because old Candace would have taken a buy and you know, probably caught a couple of pips, but then, you know, things would have gone the wrong way. So that is a good thing that that's not happening, that didn't happen. But yeah, so as we can see, a huge impulse to the downside. Now my bias is bearish, to follow really the confluence of like the market when we zoom out, just to kind of follow this downtrend situation. Clearly this small little uptrend thing was more so just like a correction as opposed to a change in momentum. So we're gonna just see here. I'm gonna keep my charts as clean as possible. I'm just going to remove this here. And we're going to draw new zones. I would say this is considered a zone, just kind of where this impulse situation happened. Although we did break through it, I want to see if we come back up to it. I'm very curious. I'm real curious. So let's go. Let's see what happens. Mind you, it's like 9 in the morning. So I'm not really trading. I'm just seeing what's happening on the charts. Possibly just kind of keeping an eye. Is that forming a demand? New little demand. Let's see what happens. Now we're in Tokyo. Now we're in Asian session. Let me just bring this over. Looks like we might get that push up to that zone. If we do get that tap into the zone and a rejection with no candles closing in that zone, I would take a short, but let's see what happens. Essentially, I'd be looking to, actually I can send a pending order, I guess, because that's really what I'm trying to do. So I want some sort of, I want to see price push into the zone and then pull back down. So I would want price to be kind of in this area here. Let me just see it. Yeah, so below this impulsive moment here, I want to see price kind of push through that point and then start to push down and then, you know, hopefully trigger my pending order. So essentially I'd be creating a sell limit basically in this area. Let's do that. We're going to calculate based on 1% risk. So I would say at price, yeah, like right here, literally stop loss, I would want above the zone for sure, just to give price space to breathe. If it ends up getting above this zone, then I definitely wouldn't want to be in it. And then my take profit, I'd be looking for price to kind of re-enter this area because it could be creating a new demand here. So doing like a 1 to 2 risk reward. Yeah, I feel comfortable because if price gets into this area and starts to consolidate, then I'd be happy just to take profit at this point. So let's place the order and let's see what happens. Honestly, I'm gonna zoom into the M5 because I feel like you guys probably can't see. I can barely see what's happening. Yeah, let's see what happens. Man, oh man, GJ, man. Oh, yeah. So obviously, as we can see, days have passed and nothing got triggered. So at this point, it's whatever. There's nothing to trade. Like, how can I really trade when, how can I trade when the market's moving sideways? Like, what am I grabbing? And then to make things more confusing, if I'm looking to set pending orders, if I'm looking just to set pending orders because of the fact that my schedule is busier, it's so hard to just rely on that. It's so hard to just rely on that because as you can see, my pending order didn't get triggered. But at the same time, even if I was looking at the charts actively, would I have seen a setup? Not really, because we're just ranging again. Like, it's just straight ranging. I'm sure there'll be a drop to the downside. I'm sure something will happen where price gets to this level. This looks like a very familiar level. And I'm sure if I go to like the H4, yeah, we can see that that's definitely a strong level. Okay. Last thing, let's see. I just want to see if it gets to this level. Let me delete this pending order. And then if we get to this level, I want to see if it rejects it. I want to see. Okay, I just had to delete that pending order. But let's see what happens at this point. I'm still waiting to see. If price does come back up here, then we'll still... Maybe I should put the pending order back. Let's see what happens. Mind you, I am very happy that price didn't trigger me in and then go like the other way or something like that. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Let's just see what happens, bruh. Because now we're on May 9th. What day is May 9th? May 9th would be, May 9th, 2022 would be a Monday. So, oops. I don't know if we'll see a setup on Monday, but let's fast forward. We might see a setup on a Monday. Let me zoom in again, just to give some ability to see what's happening. Oh, are we moving up? I don't know. This is London session now, May 9th. Oh, we're pushing up. Let's see what happens. So I'm sleeping. I've just been triggered in. What's happening? Yo, this is stressful. I don't like pending orders. Nah, I don't like pending orders. I don't like pending orders. I don't like pending orders. I don't like it. Man, why was that so stressful? That was just like it just goes to show, man. It just goes to show there's so many unpredictable factors. Like, if you're going to be a trader, you really have to know that that is what comes with it. But did it go back down? Oh, shoot. Did it go? Of course it went back down. Oh, of course. Of course it went back down. Of course. Of course we got stopped out. Barely. Look where I got stopped out. Hold on. Hold the front door. Look where I got stopped. Y'all, I got stopped out literally like a couple pips before it just dropped. Wow. Okay. Love that. Love that for me. Love that. But you know what? Let me be positive because I'm always preaching about positivity. That was a productive little, back testing session for me personally. You may not have thought so, but anytime I get to sit down and voice and vocalize whatever out loud, just like my process and what I'm doing, I think that will always be helpful, regardless of if I'm trading every single day or whatever the case may be. If I'm sticking to my plan, I'm very proud of myself for, not taking that first trade, just letting, things play out. I definitely do have to work on, I guess, not second guessing myself. But I don't know, with pending orders, I still have to figure out if that's for me. Still going to give it some time to back test it before I actually kind of go live with it. But that's the beauty of back testing. But yes, it's no secret that I'm still, in this limbo area where I'm just trying to figure out how trading, fits into my life, or how my life fits around trading. I know back in the day when I first started, I had a lot more time and ability and freedom just to form my life around trading. But now it's kind of like, okay, how does trading fit into my life? And I don't know if that's a good or a bad way to look at it, but at the end of the day, my goals are different, I guess, from, a lot of, let's say, big trading gurus you see. Mind you, I'm not a guru. I don't teach nothing, but I'm not trying to have trading my main source of income. Like, I want it to be a big part of it, but I want other income streams in place. But at the end of the day, though, it's still kind of difficult because you still need to give it that full-time commitment, and it deserves that. So yeah, just trying to still figure things out. It is a bit frustrating to feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be, especially after, starting trading a while ago. But mind you, majority of that time, I was trying to I was learning things the wrong way. And then after that, it's just taken so much time to try to unlearn it. At the end of the day, even, backtesting and seeing things happening where, my stop loss is getting hit. But I find that it's definitely helpful to, backtest and see my stop loss getting hit and whatnot, because I have to get used to that again. It's been a while since I've traded live, so I have to get used to that again. I have to remind myself that it's obviously part of the process, and it's okay for my stop loss to get hit, and it's okay for me to close my, computer down and continue with my day even if I've lost. And it's reassuring to know that at least I'm not depending 100% on trading to, fund my life or pay my bills, because I tried that for sure and it was very, very stressful, and my trading paid for it, and in a bad way. So, I don't know if you're out there trying to figure out where your trading is supposed to fit into your plan as well, but I hope you figure it out soon. And even if you don't figure it out today or tomorrow or the next day, just know that that time will come, that moment of clarity will come for you eventually. And again, I'm just reminding myself of these things too, because at the end of the day, if you don't give up on something, if you persevere, if you're smart with the way you approach things, then success is literally around the corner. Like, what if I stop trading today, but then my breakthrough is literally in a month from now? I would be doing myself a disservice to give up this far in. So if you're watching this and you need some reassurance on your trading journey, if you're going through the ebbs and flows and right now you're kind of at that bottom point where you're just trying to climb back up, trust me, been there, feel like I'm there right now. But it does get better. I have seen the other side of it, and I've seen the profits and the positivity that comes from trading, and, the confidence that comes from trading of, sticking to your plan. It's just a matter of always making sure that you're doing that. It's an active daily practice. You can't just be, strict one day with yourself or disciplined, and then the next day you're, very passive with it. It's going to be something that us as traders will forever have to always kind of be on the ball with when it comes to discipline. And of course, some are more disciplined than others, obviously. But at the end of the day, this is just a reminder that you need to focus on your own journey. Doesn't matter what anyone else is doing. You give props where props are due. You can look at someone's life and see how great their life is going though. And, their life might not be really going too well behind closed doors. So you just got to be grateful for what you have. And honestly, practicing gratitude has probably been the one thing that's keeping me holding on, honestly. Like, it makes a world of difference just to be grateful for what you have now. So, I hope whoever's watching this who might be struggling with trading or just life in general, I hope that you can find a bit of gratitude, a bit of sunshine kind of in the dark cloud of it all, because that little bit of sunshine can really, really expand as you continue just to say how grateful you are out loud, show how grateful you are, be nice to others, be positive, and before you know it, your success is going to be right there. So yeah, guys, I don't want to blabber too much more, but I just want to talk to you guys and kind of let you know where my mind is at. I don't know if this was a life update, but it was more just like a mindset update and just like where I'm at, and just to let you guys know that I'm in shambles, and it's okay. I am okay admitting that I am in shambles, trading wise, life is great. I'm very, very blessed and highly favored, but trading wise, we're still just trying to get out of the craziness, the chaos, but there's beauty in the chaos. So those are just final words that I want to leave with you guys. There is beauty in chaos. Embrace it. and it'll, you know, it'll help you to be a stronger person overall. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be amazing. Go out there, be who you are, and love yourself and accept yourself. But until next time, guys, until whenever I post another video, please bear with me. Whenever that is, until then, I hope you have an absolutely phenomenal, flourishing, fulfilling day, week, and life. Bye.